Once upon a time, in a small village nestled deep in the heart of a dense forest, there lived a community of simple folk. They tended to their farms and livestock, and enjoyed the peace and tranquility of their isolated community. But little did they know, there was something lurking in the woods, something sinister and terrifying. It all began one dark and stormy night, when a young girl named Sarah ventured into the forest to retrieve her lost sheep. As she searched for the stray animal, she heard a strange noise coming from deep within the woods. At first, she thought it was just the wind howling through the trees, but as the noise grew louder and more persistent, she realized that it was something else entirely. Trembling with fear, Sarah slowly made her way towards the source of the noise. As she drew closer, she saw a pair of glowing eyes staring back at her from the darkness. Her heart pounding with terror, she turned to run, but it was too late. The creature, a massive and terrifying beast, lunged at her, its razor-sharp claws glinting in the moonlight. Sarah managed to escape and ran back to the village, but the beast was not far behind. It began to terrorize the village, attacking anyone who dared to venture into the forest. The villagers were at a loss as to what to do, for the beast was unlike any they had ever seen before. They tried to ward off the beast with crosses, holy water, and even hired a group of hunters to track it down, but nothing seemed to work. The creature was too powerful, too cunning, and too relentless. It seemed to be immune to their attempts to harm it, as if it was protected by some dark and ancient magic. As the days passed, the villagers grew more and more afraid. They locked themselves in their homes at night and avoided the forest at all costs. But one night, the beast broke into the village, attacking and killing a number of people. The villagers, now desperate for a solution, turned to the local priest for help. He listened to their tale of terror and promised to do everything in his power to protect them. That night, he ventured into the forest, armed with nothing but his faith and a holy relic said to have the power to vanquish evil. The beast, sensing the priest's presence, came out of hiding and launched itself at him. But the priest was ready, and with a powerful strike of his relic, he banished the creature back to the depths of hell from which it had come. The villagers were overjoyed, and they thanked the priest for his bravery. But he warned them that the beast may return, and that they must always be vigilant. He told them the story of the beast's origin. It was once a human, a powerful sorcerer who had made a deal with the devil in exchange for power and immortality. But the cost of this deal was the eternal suffering of the sorcerer's soul, and the need to feed on human lives. For many years, the village lived in peace, and the memory of that terrifying night slowly faded from the villagers' minds. But as the years passed, strange occurrences began to happen in the village. People would disappear without a trace, and a feeling of unease and dread would hang over the village at night. The villagers turned to the priest for help once again, but he had passed away, and the holy relic he had used to banish the beast was missing. Without the relic, they had no way to protect themselves from the creature. The villagers knew they had to find a way to stop the creature once and for all. They began to investigate the disappearances and strange occurrences, and soon discovered that the beast had returned, and had been using its dark magic to disguise itself as one of the villagers. They knew they couldn't rely on outside help, and so they decided to take matters into their own hands. A group of brave villagers, led by Sarah, who had been attacked by the beast years ago, decided to venture into the forest and track down the creature. After a long and treacherous journey, they finally came upon the beast's lair, a dark and foreboding cave deep in the heart of the forest. They knew they had to act quickly, before the creature could harm anyone else. With nothing but their courage and determination to guide them, they entered the cave, ready for the fight of their lives. The beast was waiting for them, its eyes glowing with hatred and malice. But the villagers were not afraid. They battled the creature with all their might, using whatever weapons they could find, and slowly but surely, they began to weaken it. Just as the creature seemed on the brink of defeat, it unleashed one final burst of dark magic, hoping to take the villagers down with it. But Sarah, who had been training and preparing for this moment for years, stepped forward and used the power of love and forgiveness to banish the beast for good. With the creature finally vanquished, the villagers emerged victorious from the cave. They knew that their village would never be the same again, but they also knew that they had proven their strength and resilience in the face of unspeakable evil. They returned to their village, and with the help of the priest's journal and the holy relic, they were able to restore peace and prosperity to their community. And they lived happily ever after, always remembering the sacrifices they had made, and the lessons they had learned, in their fight against the terrifying beast that had once terrorized their village. But still, in the dark of the night, some villagers would swear that they could hear the faint howling of a beast coming from deep in the forest, a reminder of the evil that once threatened their village and the strength and courage it took to vanquish it.